Hey everybody, welcome on to the channel. This is Wagworks GA. I'm Jeff. You can also call me Wags, and part of the Wagworks. Also the G for Jeff. The A is my wife Ashley, and together we are a creative team. We work on comics, especially for kids. So that's a lot of what you'll see here on the channel. Excuse me, my goodness. That's a lot of what you'll see on the channel here. Tonight we'll be working on one of our younger comics for kids that has some educational content. We've also done some graphic novel work for more of like the 9 to 12 age group. We've got a project in an anthology. I'll talk about that in a second. I'm really excited. We got some fun news. Yeah, and you'll also see just regular slice of life comics, I guess general audience you'd call it. And then and of course video game fan art, because I love to do that. But you're mainly gonna see art here on the channel, art and chatting, and yeah, we just kind of hang out here. It's like an art studio vibe. So welcome on in. If you've never been here, oh gosh, if you've never been here before, I'm sorry, I'm very tired tonight. If you've never been here before, I hope that you come on in. Feel free to say hi or lurk. This is a lurk positive stream, always. But I'm just happy to have you here. So yeah, hope you have a good time. Yeah, I'm tired. I work a day job. I do art in the evenings and weekends. I have 2 young children, and this last week has been a bit of a ringer overnight on the sleep. So I'm chugging my coffee. I see Frank is getting his coffee. So we'll be coffee buddies, whether he knows it or not. And that'll be cool. But yeah, so what do I have in the way of announcements for tonight? So we're coming up on a pretty big deal. Our Kickstarter for our Kids Comics Unite anthology. This is a project that we have been working on with a group of, it started out with like 47 creators or something like that, and kind of various people contributed at parts throughout the year. We produced about 28 comics total amongst all the creators, not just me. I created one. And yeah, we're getting ready to launch the Kickstarter for it. That'll be on Earth Day, April 22nd. And we're really excited to get this thing out there and share it with the world. We've been working really hard. And it's been such a cool learning process about publishing, self-publishing, marketing, all that good stuff. Well, hello, Frank. Coffee has indeed been served here as well. How have you prepared your coffee this evening? Is your like legendary tier barista? Hold up. Suspenseful music. Oh, gotcha. Are you playing Dead by Daylight right now? I'm not judging if you are, I'm just asking. At any rate, yeah, so we've been working very hard on this anthology project. Very excited to share it with the world. Kickstarter launches on April 22nd. And actually, oh, my coffee question? Oh, it's just how was your coffee prepared? I was just saying how you are like a legendary tier barista, secret barista. And you have immense loads of coffee knowledge that you share generously with us here on the channel. Yeah. I'm just drinking instant coffee. I don't have anything really exciting to share. Yeah, that was the question. But while we're talking, I can share. Yeah, we now have a live Kickstarter pre-launch page for the anthology, and that is right here. Beep. Yeah, the art, oh my gosh, the cover art, one of our contributors, Drip, link Jeff, yes, I will be dropping that link right there. But yeah, this is the pre-launch page, y'all. Pretty exciting. The cover art is by Elizabeth Perez, one of the members of our group, and she nailed it. It's so good. And actually, this is one of 3 concepts that one of our committees that I'm on that we got to see, and they were all so good. It was really hard to narrow down one, but yeah, this is the page. If you follow that link, if you're interested in finding out when we go live, I mean, it will be April 22nd, but you can get the actual notification. Follow the project right here. And just see how it does. But we're excited. It's happening, guys. It's happening. You guys have seen me work on this comic so much. Hey, nice. Frank, you are excellent, sir. Thank you. But yeah, this is the guy. It's real. It's really happening. It's so exciting. All the comics are done. They're all in. So there's like a whole design team that's putting the book together. There's a whole marketing team that's working to get the word out. I'm actually helping them out a bit. You'll be seeing that very soon. I think after launch, we'll be doing probably at least 4 streams where we're featuring. I'll be bringing on folks from the Kids Comics Studio community. Studio is like the smaller subset of the Unite group. That actually contributed to the book and is making it. Kids Comics Unite is the bigger free membership group. But yeah, so I'll be bringing some folks on. We'll be chatting, talking about their comics, probably doing some collaborative art and creation. It should be a really good time. I've already got one of them lined up. We haven't set a date yet, but one person who's interested in doing it. César Lador, and he's in France, and it's pretty awesome. I've talked to this guy many times in meetings. He's just a really cool person, published illustrator. He's actually done a couple comics for Core Toons as well, so he's a friend of the Core Toons. And yeah, I'm just excited to hang out. It's going to be interesting because this will be me figuring out how to do all this as I go. But I think it'll be lots of fun. Yeah, so I'm excited. So starting, I guess, what is time? Starting probably the 24th. You'll be seeing those. I might, for César, it'll be probably a special stream time, because as I mentioned, he is in France and my stream starts at 4 a.m. where he is, and that is an unreasonable ask, my friends. And I'm not gonna ask that of anybody. So I'll probably do a special stream for that. Maybe a couple others. I know we have at least a contributor in the UK. We have another contributor in Costa Rica, but I think that's actually the same time zone, just, south. I'm trying to remember if we have anybody like Australia. We might have one Australian contributor. Yeah, folks from all over. It's pretty cool stuff. I think so. I think I'm not making that up. I'm pretty sure I'm not making that up. Well, the contributor isn't a kangaroo, if that helps at all. But yeah, that's right. It was your anti-Australia policy. Yeah, I'm really excited. It's gonna be a fun chance to mess with stuff and do new things on stream. I might, in preparation, do some streams. Might bring on some Core Toons folks, just to play around and see what I can do, and work out a little bit of the scuff while I can ahead of time. Yeah, I know we don't have a lot of very crazy viewership here, but the recorded materials will be really helpful for the marketing team for the anthology. It's just gonna be fun. I like, doing stuff. What groceries should you get? Well, what do you like to eat? I mean, I find that nutritionally and value-wise, frozen spinach is pretty great for the cost. If you knew that, you'd be asking. Fair point. Yeah, frozen spinach is good. You can work it into a lot of different stuff, and it carries a lot of really good nutritional things. And you know, fiber. Please make old man joke here. Popeye chop. Yeah. Oh man, I eat baby spinach all the time as well. Salads and all that. Arugula. It's nice. I won't say eggs because, you know, apparently those are very expensive right now. And I want to stay out of the political conversation because that's not what we do here. Oh, you have chickens. Oh, that's... Do you still have chickens after Lily? Did they survive this last, like, span of time? That's nice. You have chickens. That's awesome. No, they died. So we got more. Oh. Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to heaven. Sorry, that got really dark really fast. Well, the chickens are a very wise investment at this point. Ooh, turkey eggs. I don't think I've ever had that. That sounds good. Turkey's like, the chickens are all gone. I gotta pick up the slack. Yeah, so because yeah, I mentioned our son, because of the epilepsy, to try to get a little more control over it, went on like a very low carb diet right now. So eggs, we do a lot of eggs. Spinach, because it's good fiber. And dietary fiber can offset some amount of carbs in the food for the diet, the way we're on the diet. Turkey eggs are huge and delicious. I mean, it makes sense. I've never tasted an ostrich eggs, but I've seen them, and those are huge. Oatmeal, yep, that's always a good one. I mean, some form of bread. You know, we do a lot of peanut butter around here as well. Cheese, because like I'm from Wisconsin and I have to eat the cheese. It's a legal obligation. I mean, I'm a big fan of like chicken salad, like getting the canned chicken and doing that with some mayo or avocado. We eat that's another one for the diet. We eat a lot of avocado, which apparently I can't say correctly tonight. Avocado. Salads are nice. What kind of dressing do you like, Frank? Ooh, sriracha. Oh, I have done like a Tabasco mayo on sandwiches, like just mixing Tabasco and mayo, and it's pretty great. I can recommend that. Italian? Nice. We've been doing a lot lately with just olive oil and like salt and pepper. That's pretty great. Yeah, the mayo, it's good. I like it a lot. Nice vinaigrette. It's good too. I like French dressing occasionally. It's pretty good. Good stuff. You can tell I'm just buying time for the coffee to kick in. Which I think mostly it has. By the way, if you usually watch the stream, I would typically be getting into warm-up here. But I'm exhausted today. This week has been a bit of a ringer. And two, since I'm jumping into coloring, I figured I'm just going to take it easy and get into the coloring and shading and not worry too much about warm-up tonight. You slept all day. How's your cough been doing? I know that was lingering last time you mentioned it. All right, I'm going to finish this. Okay. Yeah, I'll just put this guy over here. That's fine. That's good. Happy trails to you. You're cured finally? Yay! Can we get... Yeah. Hold on. Why am I so slow at this? This is what happens when you lurk in chat, is it takes you forever to like do anything. To actually get used to chatting, chat clapping. Man, so have you ever had, I don't know, how do you feel about spicy ramen? Out of curiosity. You love it? Okay, so have you had the buldak? The Korean spicy ramen? I love it. I mean, it burns, but I love it. I feel like it gets milder, though, if you, like, don't eat all of it. The sauce feels like it gets milder over time. Because I had it, and, like, I actually, like, had, the tiniest little bit straight out of the packet. And then, like, the next day, maybe I just burnt out my taste buds. I don't know. But the next day, it wasn't quite so crazy. I can handle pepper spicy. Wasabi will almost always get me. I still eat it, but I feel it much more than pepper spicy. Ooh, egg fried rice. Yes. Because we can't do a lot of rice on low carb, we've been using a lot of rice cauliflower lately, which you can get that frozen. And that's pretty good. It's a good alternative. It works. You can also, you know, heat it up and then eventually mash it to make like a mashed potato type substitute. Cheddar mashed potato is better, but yeah. That's not bad. I know I used to, like, in a pinch for food, I call them tortizzas, where you just have, if you have a bunch of tortillas, right, you just put a little bit of pizza sauce, little cheese, little pepperoni on it. And you can either heat it in the oven to get it nice and crispy, or you can just microwave it and fold it over, and it's kind of a pizzadilla. Oh, rice cakes, nice. Our kids are super into seaweed right now, and there's like a chili lime seaweed that they love. I haven't quite gotten as much into it, but I'll eat it occasionally. I mean, I like seaweed and sushi, so. Alright, so I should hop over to art mode here, get things moving along at least a little bit. Pew! Chips and salsa, always good. I like a good like cheese and crackers or pretzel and crackers. You know, I'll leave this canvas open, but I'm not using it since we're not doing warm up. So I can get into coloring. I mean, have you ever tried growing your own peppers? I mean, because like Tabasco is just vinegar, Tabasco peppers, and salt. That's literally it. So if you grew some peppers, you could make your own salsa. I mean, also salsa with, you know, you could cut up tomatoes, stuff like that, cilantro, lime juice, etc. Peppers, mint, and garlic. Garlic is cool. Like the flour that it makes is really interesting. And I love that you can just let the garlic that you buy from the store root. Okay, so I talked with Ashley. The side view of Corey's face is a little wonky. She pointed out it caught her eye, and I am inclined to agree, so I'm gonna adjust that. I'm actually just gonna draw. We figured it's actually better just to see the back of his head here than trying to force the side view. So I'm gonna fix that. Yeah, we don't have a yard any longer to grow stuff, but we do still have like a little container garden that we grow a few things in, and that's really nice. Okay, I do feel like that's less wonk. Less wonk. Less wonk. No, just like we've got like a, you know, on the front stoop, like green onion. We grow a lot of green onion. That's really great. because you can just save, if you get green onion from the store anyway, you get with the bottom part, you just save that, right? And then you put it in water, it roots, you plant it, and it'll grow forever. So yeah, we're actually growing a pineapple. Oh my gosh, we have a pineapple. It's kind of incredible. I gotta find a picture of this. So, you know the whole thing where you can like cut off the top of a pineapple and plant it, and it'll root and it'll grow the plant. So we did this back when we lived in Houston, right? And we had it out on a balcony, and it was pretty happy there. It did all right. And it moved with us when we lived in Maryland, and it obviously couldn't be outside in Maryland. So we kept it indoors in Maryland, and until we had kids, that was Ashley and my Christmas tree. We had a Christmas pineapple. We'd put lights on it. It was on. We got like a little table, like a little patio table, and we put the pineapple planter up on top of the table, so there was room for like the presents and everything underneath. And we put the lights all around, and it was great. So obviously it never fruited for the 9 years we lived there. Then brought it down to Georgia. We actually might have given that one away. Yeah, I think we gave that one away to my in-laws who were in Florida at the time. So then finally when we moved back here, we started again, and it's actually fruiting. For the first time ever, and I'm so excited. I took a picture of it. I really did. It's the coolest thing to me. All right, OBS, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna do this? That's not how you spell pineapple. That's good times. Apparently I'm chatty tonight. When I'm tired, it might just happen. It'll be really interesting to see what the trajectory is with the coffee, and if I have a very rapid crash. Pineapple, where are you? There you are. Oh my gosh, that picture is huge. Yeah, so check this out. Check this out. This is so cool. This is it, right? Here we go. TV meteorologist in training, right here. That's it. Like, comes like out of the center of the plant. It's super cool. I like it. But that's our baby pineapple we have growing. It's pretty neat. Okay, back to this whole drawing thing that I was supposed to be doing. Clip Studio, hello. There we go. I love that I just got to inks or to colors like by the skin of my teeth last week. Still counting it. Still counting it. All right. That. But yeah, I think we grow, we've got a few pepper plants, like bell pepper and then some smaller peppers, nothing spicy. Green onion, we've got the pineapple. We did basil for a little while, but in Florida, it's hard with the heat. What else did we do? I think that's most of what we've got growing right now. That's most of it. It's not an extensive garden, but we've always grown like at least something everywhere we've been. Because even if it's not enough to like fully feed you, it's nice to just have something. Nice to have a little bit of something. when we were in Georgia, we had a lot more yard, so we actually turned over garden plots, and gosh, we did lots of tomatoes. We did. We had an apple tree. We had. That's not what I wanted to color. That color. We did not pumpkins, but cantaloupe. We did butternut squash. In game. Okay, no worries. No worries. I'm just talking about gardening. Why? Why not? That's what I say. I should saturate this a bit more, and then I can darken it a wee bit. That's not quite. That's getting banana color. And adjust that hue a little bit. I'll try that. That should be good. What happened to the color I just said? Just gonna do it that way. Good deal. All right. It's been interesting coming down from the whole like rush of deadlines for like the getting our actual comic in for the anthology and doing the pitch fest. It felt for a while like there's just so much deadline to meet, and like then all of a sudden it got really kind of quiet feeling, which is nice actually. It's been good to have a bit of a letdown. But at the same time, it also was like, oh, well, what do I do now? But I've been having fun. I did working on just like a friend comic. I like to do those every now and then, and that's been fun. I've been working on like the puppet stuff for Core Toons, which is pretty exciting. It's funny because apparently if you're like on the Adobe side of the ecosystem, everyone just calls them puppets, but I'm used to saying like PingTuber, VTuber, stuff like that, because in case you hadn't noticed, I'm using Clip Studio Paint, and I'm not doing monthly Adobe subscription fees here. I mean, if I ever had a strong reason to, that could change, but because it is good software. But right now, I like that I could just own my art program. It's good times. Good times. Oh man, I have to make decisions about colors and stuff. What is this? Art? My arch nemesis, decision making. Okay, so the slide is blue. Great. I made the slide blue. What color is the playground equipment? What color is it, Jeff? And most playground equipment I've seen has been that color. That feels believable and not jarring at all. Okay, hold up. I feel like I've missed something here and it's not making sense. Okay. All right. Oh, you know what? We haven't seen Alexa yet tonight. Maybe he'll hop by later. Or maybe he's actually getting, you know, sleep that human beings need to survive. And that's important too, so. Either way. I'm gonna lighten this up. I know a lot of the playgrounds that I see around here have this like kind of bright blue color on their plastic slides, which is great because growing up it was all metal slides, which is, you know, it's one thing in Wisconsin. In Florida, it is brutal. Let me tell you. Okay, so I'm feeling like I need a sidewalk or something where these trash, compost, recycling containers are, because yeah, it doesn't make sense. Like you don't usually see them in the grass, right? Like that's I thought it was finally done. Bring down this line weight. My old nemesis, straight lines, once again. You know what? I can turn the grid on. I can do that. That helps. What happened there, dude? What are you doing, Jeff? What's going on there? Yep, tangent. Alright, that's good. And also, I'm noticing I'm missing the labels on the boxes. Alright, tell you what, chat, when I say that I'm tired, I mean, you may notice, like, literally my eyeballs start crossing. It's funny, I feel it. It's the strangest feeling when it starts happening. Yeah. Okay, game ended. So are you playing Dead by Daylight? Is that what you're playing tonight, Frank? Frank? I don't know why I said it so, like, aggressively. No, that doesn't come out quite right. That doesn't quite right. Okay. Really, why don't you just... Nope. Really? Really, Jeff? Just kind of box it out a little bit. That'll help. Because I can just erase away stuff. Okay. Nice. Wait, are you on stream now too? If you are streaming tonight, I can throw a raid. I can raid you with yourself. I don't know if that's helpful. But I'm happy to do it because what am I if not absurd? Self-read. It feels like something that Twitch should not really allow you to do, but I'm sure we can make it work out. Okay, what? I don't like this. Yeah, it's not a great art brain night tonight. Let me tell you. It doesn't have to be perfect, Jeff. It doesn't have to be perfectly detailed. I think I'm just overdoing it. Over baking an idea? Who, me? Never. You ever have one of those art block nights, Frank? Well, that does make me feel a little better. It's funny, it's been a while since I've had a particularly strong one, but I feel like that's where I'm at right now. Oh my goodness. Ah! That is my frustration noise. Also, it doesn't help that this line is bad. This line is not straight, it's bothering me, and I'm just gonna swallow my pride and use the line tool. This one also, and the next one. And then Jeff proceeded to redraw the whole comic. Yeah, so I feel like that probably has something to do with why I was having such a hard time with the angles, is that the actual vertical lines kind of suck a little bit. Okay. Okay. All right, maybe this time. Maybe this time. All right, you know what? I'm just gonna say that's like good enough. Any word on how much to donate for the anthology? We're working out the crowdfunding team is right now working out the exact tiers. They're trying to make sure. I think they're trying to make sure shipping is folded in on the price. I think that's correct. Yeah, we don't have a final price yet. I would expect it's going to be somewhere for a physical copy of the book. I would expect it to be like in the 25 to 30 range, I think. This is not final. I'm not an official source. But there will also be a digital tier, because we'll have people internationally, and international shipping is just chaos right now. Hey, Frank, that's really awesome. I really appreciate that. Like, the support. Obviously, you, just so you know, you are never obligated. I and the whole group do appreciate any support that we get. Like 100%. That means a lot for you to mention it, and just know that again, it's never, I'm never going to be calling people out or setting expectations like for that kind of thing, but really appreciate the support. Thank you. Okay. That makes more sense to me now. I feel like that having the sidewalk, and now I've got the little icons on there, so it's the things that my brain were yelling at me about are now resolved. No, that gray is weird like that. All right, so I'll bring the value up a wee bit. I'll use that same shade as this shirt, the same hue, but we'll just kind of lighten it. I could probably also desaturate a bit. Yeah, I'm gonna desaturate that. Is that salty goose? Goose salt. Wait, did you put a signature on that? I'm looking at the blow up of the emote for when people are salty. Yeah. Are you telling me you're salty, or am I salty? I don't know. All right, there's not a lot of room to desaturate this, but I'm going to. Yeah, that looks right. That looks right to me. Oh, Frank, I was gonna say also, have you thought about doing emote commissions? Like, those are all over like Etsy and places like that. Like, you clearly are good with emotes, and it seems like you might like doing them. Or even just doing like various animal emote sets and putting them up on Etsy. The only thing is that they do charge a fee. We have a store on Etsy right now for some digital stuff that we did. I think we're going to be coming off of Etsy soon and just folding it into our website. But also we don't really sell a lot of art right now because we don't advertise that we do it. And it turns out when you want to sell things, you have to tell people that they exist. You know, I'm learning. But also, it's other things like, well, hey, we have these awesome things. Why not put them out there if anybody wants them? But for the most part, I'm just having fun doing stuff and making things. So anyway, I got way off topic there. But Frank, was there something you were salty about? You're doing them for free because you're bored. I mean, that's awesome too. You're clearly good with them. I was just thinking because you'd mentioned things were occasionally tight. Like, it's something you do and you're good at, so you could totally do it for monies. And then you'd be a professional artist because people pay you for your services. Okay. Not quite sure why that selected everything, but all right. Not what I intended. Okay. What kind of emotes are you doing? I should have asked. Okay, that's probably why I did that. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. All right. So this will be a nice like wood chip playground, maybe. Does that read clearly? The game just finished. Wait. Okay. That was so similar to the other one. I was like, wait, is my chat going crazy? What's happening? But yeah, Frank, what kind of emotes are you doing? I feel like that's gonna be too light. Maybe I'll just bring it down a little bit. Just a little bit. I think that'll be good. Just really want to make sure it stands out. Oh, the fox ones. Yeah. Those were looking good. Okay, that's all pretty good. I might blue that up a little bit. Blew up that sky a wee bit, so it reads better against the tan. So Frank, how do I have a question for you. How do I be better at Discord, at actively communicating with people? Because I kind of suck at it. Like I see that messages are happening, but a lot of time if I don't respond to it right away, and a lot of time I can't because I'll get a notification on my phone, but it's also like if it's during my day job, I try to be really careful about not doing art stuff on that time, so that it passes, and then family time happens and I forget, and then it's like late at night and I also forget. Yes, I do have it on my phone. Also on my computer, but also on my phone. I mean, right now I'm maybe I don't respond well. What brings this up is because Alexa is not here, and he'd sent me the crazy like mashup creature image he was talking about in chat last week, which was pretty cool. And I just I didn't immediately reply, so then it just kind of slipped, and I feel kind of bad because I feel like maybe I just kind of ghosted the conversation. Which is not what my intent was. It's like texting. I just need to get better about responding with stuff. I'm not always great at responding to text either. I think part of the problem for me is like, do you ever get in that zone where you're like, okay, I want to think about what I want to say, and because this will require active thought, I'll do it later when I have more energy, mental energy to think about what I'm going to type. But then because you don't do it right away, it just kind of like drops off your radar, and you sort of just don't garner the mental energy to actually go back and do the thing. There's probably a lesson in there. People don't always I guess that's part of my other problem, is that I always feel like I should be replying instantly. Like if I don't reply, it's a letdown. And I'm making someone feel bad. There's probably another lesson to be learned in there somewhere too, huh? Late response is better than no response, old man. Okay. Good to know. That's good advice there. Back in my day, you'd send a telegram. Those things were pretty darn fast. But you had to save up a whole nickel. I don't know where I'm going with this. This is historically very inaccurate, I'm sure. Don't look to this chat for historical accuracy. A whole nickel. Why am I still coloring this comic? I need to move faster. I need to move faster. Are you gonna wear khakis? No, that's gonna blend in too much. Great. No, that's... Yeah, the decision making is also one of those things that goes when you're tired, and I was not great at it to start with. So this is going a little slow tonight, honestly, with the coloring. Yep, that's the thumb. That is just a gap. Okay. I mean, the kid could just be wearing white shorts. I might color it off-white just to make sure. I noticed that I colored it. That's good. All right. You know, I'm just going to do this. The flat gray is kind of jarring to me. Frank, did you stream earlier this morning? Like, surprisingly, like really early? I feel like I saw you on, and by the time that I brought my phone out to like try to pull it up, you were done. Okay. I'm just trying to force myself to make faster decisions and move on with my life. To 4 a.m. So yeah, like 6 or 7 for me. Yeah, it's like when I took my phone off of like bedtime, no notification mode, it showed that you had gone online fairly recently. I'm like, okay, well, once I get settled in, yeah, I can hop in for a minute and say hey, but that was probably hours later at that point. Okay, you're gonna be dark green recycling bins. That's what I say. Boop, 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 boop. Do I like it? Maybe. We'll see. Okay, these are just flats, so I can live with it if it's... not quite perfect. Gonna make it green because it's a hidden Core Toons reference within Core Toons, so think what you will about that, but it's there. Okay, just cleaning this up a little bit. I do feel like this panel one has been deceptively labor intensive. Just because there's actually a lot of detail in there and a lot of like small things. But it's colored now. It's done. It's done. Panel 1 is done. Actually, I'm gonna use this moment as a chance to take a bathroom break. So I will be back in just probably like what, 2-3 minutes. So yeah, and we'll hopefully make much faster progress once I come back. So yeah, 2-3 minutes. I will see you on the other side. Oh man, I missed a Daisy chat ninja. Hey Daisy, how's it going? Good to see you. Good to see you tonight. Oh well, Frank was gone. How you doing tonight? Okay. Let's get moving on this panel too. Boop. Start my flat colors layer. There we go. Okay. Alright. The goal is to do this one way faster. Hopefully I can get flats down for all 4 panels tonight. Not too bad. That's good. Is it cold where you are? Allergies have been okay. It's like they're there. They're definitely still there. But not the worst. Like last week I feel like I had like the burning eyes and everything at night. This week hasn't been quite so much. This week has just been like miserable sleep. So if I'm not quite making sense, I'm probably just tired. Wow, 50 degrees. That's pretty nice. We had like a cold front move through a few days ago, so it's been surprisingly comfortable here, which is nice because this time of year in Florida, like it's just like, well, here you go, mid 80s. Boop, boop, boop. Comfortable in Florida? Unheard of. I mean, so I will argue that it's nice. The winter is great here, and even in the summer, if you come out like after the sea breeze has moved through, which is, it's a boundary, an air boundary that's created when the air over the land heats up so much that it rises, and the air from the sea, which is cooler, pushes in. That's usually what triggers like the afternoon thunderstorms you get here. But once that front has pushed through and you're in the cooler air that's come in from over the water, it's really nice. So I like that. How'd the game go, Frank? Actually, hold up. You died. No. Yeah, we're decent right now. We're decent right now, just a touch under 70. But I feel like last night it was even like, I've come to define Florida cold, right? Like I grew up in Wisconsin, so my concept of cold is a little bit different than here. But I do notice there's times where it's like in the 70s or even like the upper 60s or lower 70s, and I'm like, oh man, it's cold. I should probably have not worn shorts and a t-shirt. Yeah, that's a really nice temperature range. I like the 60 to 70 quite a bit. Quite a bit. Let's see. Oh, you know what? I didn't save that color from banana peel, so I'm gonna do that. Nope, that's not what I wanted. There we go. Alright, so that's saved in there now. .52 in Louisville. Nice. I like Louisville. We have some family up there. I used to drive through there a lot when I was driving between college in Florida and home in Wisconsin. Oh man, I didn't see, we had a thing this evening, so I didn't see whether the rocket went up. We can see rocket launches from our house. Like we can, I mean, it's not like being out at the Cape, but we can actually see them as they go up from the distance. And the big ones, we can actually hear the roaring of them. And it was supposed to launch yesterday, but it got scrubbed because the wind was not letting up. I didn't see, it's a little calmer. I didn't see, it would have been like 7 o'clock. We weren't able to see if it went up, but seeing the wind and the weather obs made me think of that. Oh, Frank, I wanted to ask you, have you ever played around on Magma? Wait, yeah, that's not the right. That's not the eye color I meant to choose. Oopsie daisy. Yeah, so Magma, like the Magma Studio, it's a website. It's a free website. It's collaborative drawing. I did. Is it just magma.com? I'm pretty sure it's just magma.com. Yeah. What? Okay. Yeah, it's the thing where people draw together. So, hold on. I did it like so. The superhero project had a live stream back in December where they had a bunch of us, and we were drawing on Magma, and it was pretty cool and it was pretty easy to do. So I was gonna play around with it. Maybe not tonight. What is next week? 17th? But yeah, I would want to set it up in advance, probably. Okay. Okay, so I have a canvas here. Yeah, so yeah, you have to like make an account, but then you can invite people to draw on a shared canvas. I don't know, seems fun. We were talking about, I know we've been talking like on and off for what, a year about doing like the art Olympics or whatever we were calling it. It might be a good place to do that, I was thinking. Every now and then I do that. The art off? How was the art off? Yeah. There's a certain ring to it. Yeah. Do I want... Now, I could add a whiteboard to the sound effects layer. Do I want to do that? I don't know. Maybe. That's kind of good. Anyway, it was just a thought. I was looking at it for stream collaborative, fun stuff to do on a stream, and it reminded me of our discussion. If I seem extra slow on keyboard shortcuts tonight, it's because this is only the second time I've used this keyboard while streaming. It's a new one. So that's why. That's the reason. That's definitely the only reason. That's kind of fun. I like that. Okay. That's all pretty good. That's all pretty good. We're getting there. We're making progress. And most importantly, there are less decisions that I have to make, which makes this go much faster. And that's a nice thing. Nope, that wasn't what I wanted to do. Oh, goodness. Why? Why do I say things are going so smoothly? Only to set myself up for them to not go smoothly. Alright, save that nice dark green as well from this panel. Okay. Okay, got that. So Frank, what would we do in an art off? Did you have anything in particular in mind? I'm curious now. I think this would be a lot of fun. As I'm starting to think about more collaborative stuff, and more like stream together type activities, I'm quite curious. Like, I like how you've done some things where you've challenged me on like draw this, and then we like look at the number of strokes. Send out the ravens, make sure we get a good turnout. Yeah, what else could we do? Because I was thinking we could either do it, if you wanted to do it on a single stream, I could use Discord and bring in like voice chat, or bring you in on this stream via voice chat and then have the magma, or we could just use stream together if you wanted to. We need profits. Oh, that's right, you actually can get those. You can actually get those. That's awesome. Yeah, I'm happy to do it however you want to do it, because I think it would be fun. I think it would be a good time. I'll keep the clouds white. White clouds is good. Oh my gosh, did I also use a custom color on this trash can? I bet I did. Ugh. Not me making my own life more difficult. Nope, that is exactly the same. All right, thanks, Jeff. Thanks, past Jeff. I really appreciate that. That's good there. And then this was this light green and probably this light brown. And then this off-white. And boom! I got a little cleanup to do, but this is mostly colored. Game on! It's like Wayne's World. I'm sure that's a dated reference now. Okay. Okay. You know what? We started out slow, but we are gaining some momentum as we go here. This is good. I am happy. I apparently shook off the rust. Look at me go. Like some kind of art guy or something. All right. All right. All right. Okay. Yep. You do not look correct. Pretty clean. Yep, up here. Yeah, some of these just don't quite fill as completely as I'd like. And that's why we do cleanup. Okay, that's pretty good. Oh, I do want to line this. That sticks out just a little bit. Okay. Anywhere else? Okay, that's all looking pretty good. Okay. Okay. We are moving forward, guys. Check something real quick. Hold on. Okay, we're still a ways away. I was checking when the games list launches for Summer Games Done Quick 2025, which was that's gonna run July 6th through 13th of this year, and I want to get another prize piece in. But I always try to pick from the list of games. So yeah, I think we're at Okay, so that'll be during our string of come out during our string of streams for the anthology book. So I might then start something after that, because prize submissions are when? Final prize submissions will probably be sometime in mid to late June. So all right, okay, we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I may not stream all of it then. I may work on some of that off stream. All right. Okay. Did not mean to do that. Okay. That's all pretty good. We're getting there, bit by bit. So I was worried that I was just gonna be like completely dragging by this part of the stream, given my recent sleep situation. But you know what? You know what? We're doing it, guys. We're really doing it. Something like that. Oh, I got really lazy on this tree. What happened there? What happened there? It's like I didn't even draw it or something. Okay, there's that. Okay, but yeah, we need money. Well, I mean, yeah, I'm happy to do whatever, especially to help bring folks to your stream, if you want to do it that way. You don't have to guilt people into following me. I mean, I will always be grateful for followers, but nobody has to be guilted. It's cool. You did it for this other dude. His name was Ninja. I mean, I'm thankful that so far I still have a job. So that's always a nice thing. Okay, I need to line this. What was I thinking, man? Why isn't this lined? Who's doing this artwork anyway? Just mailing it in, man. that line. That line is looking a bit suspect. Sorry, I'm supposed to say sus. That line is looking sus. The bank's gonna take his house. You don't need to say that for me. Again, I appreciate the support and the follows, but I want it to come from the right place. Yeah, that doesn't. Better. I mean, most of this is going to be not the focus of attention anyway, but just trying to get it cleaned up a little bit, right? Just so it makes sense. It needs to not be wrong looking. I mean, I will say I'm looking to do more fun stuff on stream anyway and bring in more Yeah, more my fellow artists, like more folks from the kids comics community. I know Frank, you and I have been talking about doing stuff for ages, and I just haven't really gotten it going or set stuff up to do. Go on vacation, Joe, and by Jeff, I mean both J's. Wait a minute. No, wait. That's wrong on so many levels, Frank. Why? Why? Guess I should do this, and then this, and then when I fill the sound effects, this is gonna be great. Come on, what you doing? There we go. Nope, 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 nope. Then I can use the folder. You can't see any of this that I'm doing. I've created a sound effects folder to hold both the lines and the flats for the sound effects that you see here. Which, aside from just grouping them together and keeping them tidy, lets me use the layer border effect on the whole thing. Oops, that is on the inks. That's what happens if you do it just on the lines. But you can do it for a layer as well, which gives you this kind of nice little effect around the whole thing. I'm not 100% sure I want it on the cloud, but I like that it makes it stand out against the trash can. I will shade it as well, which will help with that, but kind of like that. You old. Surely you could come up with better than that. Oh. So we were at Epcot the other night. Oh no, now I've spoiled the joke. Now I've spoiled the joke. What am I doing? Hold on. I had something to share. At Disney World. I mean, when you live at like 2 miles from them, it is a much more frequent occurrence. You know, you do tend to go to Disney when you live by Disney. But I messed it up because what I was gonna say was like, ah, Frank, look, I captured a picture of me working on my first comic. Look at that. There's my very first comic. But that was I kind of messed up the joke there by just already saying we were at Epcot. But yeah. Good times, good times. I'm not tired, you're tired. That's right. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. We're on to panel 4. I was not sure we were gonna get through this at the rate we were going on that panel 1. But I guess it's just that panel 1 was a lot. It was a lot. It's so interesting, the mix on Game Chops Radio tonight, the music. It's been a surprisingly low fraction of actual video game music. And lots of like favorite things and Somewhere Over the Rainbow, and was also Rainbow Connection on there. So that means we'll probably get Mandalorian theme in here pretty soon. Which is excellent. I'm not going to complain about that ever. Oh. Spot the art mistake. Oh my gosh. So this character, Chloe and Corey, they came from like, we originally had a much, not much older, but like a middle grade. So 9 through 12-year-old, which is a little older than the age group we do Core Toons for. And well, I guess it's the later window of them. But we aged them down a lot and simplified the art. But like originally, Chloe had like this hoodie on, and I didn't even realize that I totally reverted to the hoodie when I drew this sleeve. So whoops. She's not wearing a long sleeve in this comic. She's wearing short sleeves. So, I guess I'm glad I caught that. That's good times. Definitely digging the Starlight Zone music here. Thank you, Game Chops. Ah, didn't close that. Let me close that gap so that will actually select correctly. Oh boy, the words are just going. Okay, a little bit to clean up there, not so bad. Could erase the lines maybe on the icons. That might look good as well. It gets a little bit harder for the trash can, but it could be doable. So wait, Frank, have you been working on any new comics lately? I know you have like a whole new like longer form series or story that you were talking about, and you got the 2 ongoing ones. Pardon me, goodness. You just started on excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I might actually make her arm a little bit thinner even here. It's a little bit, coming in a little bit thick. Nope. Definitely don't want to get rid of all my lines. I think that's pretty good. Okay. Yeah. I like that better. Cool. Yay! We finished flat colors, guys. We did it. And it's not even the end of stream yet. Look at us go. So let's add that bit of shading. Or at least get started. Okay. So which series is it that you started on? Oh, I love this track. This is excellent. Anxious Heart by Rifty Beats. Okay. Cool. Cool. Nope. Wait. Didn't I set things as reference? I did not. That's why that happened. Cool. This is apparently the focus time part of the night. Where Jeff gets quiet and gets that, quote, real weird look on his face. Just kidding. I don't know about that other part. I don't know about that last part, but I know I'm less chatty now. You know what's funny, Frank, is I realized that you're saying like, oh, you could get like 10 followers. If I could get like 10 followers with your if you have helped guilt people into it. But also like, oh, that still isn't quite affiliate for me. But also I have to stream 7 times in a month, and right now, you know, I'm at regularly 4, which is a bit of a challenge. So there is that as well. It is funny. I feel like I was due for like I'm glad things have gone better so far, but I also feel like I was due for a rough art day eventually anyway, because lately I've been really happy with a lot of my stuff and how it's coming, and it almost never stays exclusively like, oh yes, I'm very happy consistently with where I'm doing work now. It's all good. Like eventually there's the backswing and you're like, oh, that doesn't look like I want it to look. Just one of those things. I'm so glad that when I put shading in the title of tonight's post, it wasn't just aspirational. Oh, seriously, yeah, it's been busy lately. And it's been a little, like I said, this whole comic, I'm kind of getting the feeling that it's largely just this panel one. But this whole comic has been like just much slower coming together than I expected it to be. Thankfully, we're not like sitting here on a deadline for Core Toons or anything. This is working ahead for next school year, which is always a nice feeling. Always a good feeling. But yeah, it's been a bit slower going lately. Don't know why. Oh my goodness. That does remind me I should start winding it down pretty soon though. Because I need to get to sleep at a reasonable time tonight. Wow. I didn't say I was stopping now, but winding it down soon. And it's funny because usually I'm a little bit more of a night owl, so, well, maybe not quite night owl. Like, I get my kind of prime hours of the day, honestly, about the time I start stream. Like 10 p.m. is usually a pretty good time for me in terms of energy. So maybe that's not quite night owl, because then by the time it starts getting to like 12:30, 1 o'clock, I'm like, okay, it's definitely bedtime. Actually, I should just do it like this, something like that. Let's imagine there's kind of a square boundary up there to the playground equipment. I think it roughly makes sense. Doesn't have to be perfect. Just have to not look obviously wrong. Actually, I could just extend it all the way across. Why not? Although it is hard when you tend to be a later person and like everyone in your office is a morning person. This is like when I worked, when I had to go into the office back when we lived up by DC. Well, on one hand, it was an hour commute, and I took the bus to get in. Thankfully, they had like a commuter bus, which is a more direct route with fewer stops. As long as you caught it before, like, I think 8:15 was the last bus out. So if I was like running late any mornings, I had to take the local bus, which was like an extra half an hour on the ride in. It was or I would just drive in and pay for parking. But yeah, you know, I'd be rolling in at like 8:45 to 9:15, and like a lot of the office, some folks had already been there for an hour and a half, 2 hours. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm the late schedule person. So that look good if I just kind of. That gives an implied depth. Okay, I just need to get the swing set shadows and the vague shadows for the kids. Doesn't have to be perfect, just vaguely makes sense. Oh, I kind of want to add a little bit of, yeah, I need to, it's so easy to accidentally undo in Clip Studio. That was like, if I had any like real complaint, it would be that it's so easy when you're trying to pinch and zoom to accidentally undo. I mean, thankfully you can fix that without too much issue, so it's not been tragic. But it has definitely been something I've noticed many a time. Alright, so I'll do... I'm gonna zoom out and see if this has the effect that I want. Yeah, no. How do I want to do this? So, yeah, I want to get that wood chip effect. Maybe I just need to draw more squares. Actually, that should be smaller because they're way further back, and I'll require a smaller pen size. Also, a less steep angle. That's probably too much. That's too much. All right, so I want to use like, I don't know if you're familiar with the Gestalt theory, Gestalt effect, which is the tendency and ability of the human brain to fill in patterns. And that's why I can draw a few blades of grass here and here and here, and you're like, oh, this whole green area is grass. And I can draw some texture in here, and you're like, oh, that whole area is actually textured. I'm just seeing detail in a few spots. And it's great because it means you don't have to meticulously detail every wood chip or blade of grass, and it's nice. And I try to use it and remember it's a thing that can help me. All right, I'll probably shade a little bit because I know I need to shade underneath the swing set. My brain is like, no, I don't want to think about it right now, so I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm gonna do that next time. I work on this piece, and I'll probably add a little bit of texture shading into the wood chip area, and I think that'll kind of sell it. But guys, we did it. We colored the whole comic. We made it, and we did shading. Look at this. I'm so happy. All right, so I'm gonna head back here. Frank, I'm assuming you're in game right now. So it's 11:57. Ooh, nice. So you got something that you want to share then? Yes. In which case I will be prepared and ready. Sorry, I just noticed that the Anthology Instagram account posted a video comic. All right. Gonna go over here. So yes, and give ideas on the last 2 panels. I can do that. Some people call me an idea guy. So I will use this time while we're just hanging out to remind you to do. I'll kind of roll into announcements and we can break when you're ready to share, Frank. Yeah, again, KCU Kickstarter is live. This is the launch, the pre-launch page. Sorry, the official launch date for the Kickstarter will be April, August. Oh my gosh, Jeff. The Kids Comics Studio Anthology project, Let's Go, a kids comics anthology for readers of all ages, will be launching on Kickstarter April 22nd, not long now, and we will be doing a series of special streams inviting several collaborators from the project to hang out, talk, and do art games once the project kicks. You can go to the site right there. Thank you, Frank. I had actually typed the command and didn't hit enter, but thank you for hitting that. Frank has kindly queued the command. You can find that link right there so you can sign up and follow the project if you're interested in knowing when it goes live and supporting. We greatly appreciate it. There are some incredibly talented folks on the project. Also, thank you for the follow. I just saw that now. Yeah, so make sure to check that out if you're interested. We've been working hard on this thing for a year, and we are so excited to finally be ready to share it with everybody. That's the biggest one, biggest announcement I've got. All right, it is storied. Frank, I will pull up your... There we go. Let's see, will this grab it? It will grab it. Look at that. And that was much faster. All right. Let's check it out. What new message? Finally, some fan mail. Okay, so I've got a really bad idea. If you want that. Maybe I'll just... Nope, that's not the window. Here, I'm gonna just a second here. And move it over so I can actually talk and it isn't quite so weird. There we go. That's a little bit cleaner. He says as he moves to directly behind it. So my really bad idea is in panel 3, you just zoom in on Goose's face being like really irritated. And then in panel 4, you go to like the over the shoulder view again, and it's literally just a picture of a fan. It's the dumbest idea, but I really love it. That's it. If you like it, please feel free to use it, because it cracks me up. It is like the daddest of dad jokes. I mean, other variations, like if you're gonna go the time to ice that scrub. It's just a fan. Otherwise, you could just similarly have panel 4 being like a message about like, oh, that's the best VTuber model, something like that. If you wanted to do that arc that we kind of talked about, it would be a really good segue into that. Otherwise, like something like, oh, you're such a cool duck, anything like that. You know, whatever flips the expectation on its head. That's all good. It's like the fan is so dumb. I love it. Oh my gosh. But I like it. This is a good start. This is a really good start. Frank, have you ever looked at like if there's any like zines or anything like that, even anthology, like anything that's looking for submissions for like one-page comics? Because at this point you've got a wealth of them. That could be fun to submit. If I hear of any, just all the funniest. Yeah, if I hear of any, I'm happy to share that with you. Because I mean, your comics could easily go into like a general audience type thing. They've got that really, you know, again, that Sunday funnies kind of humor to them. So you could definitely do that. I could even see it working with a kids comics type of thing. Because it's all kids humor. But I like this. I like your setup. But yeah, if that's enough to go on, oh my gosh, my voice, what is happening? Oh my gosh, that's better. All right, so that'll just about do it. I think the only other announcement, you get free subscription to the funnies if you write for them. You've been lazy? You're not lazy. You're just in a creative cocoon where you rebuild your energy and develop ideas. That's all it is. That's all it is. But yeah, so I think that's the biggest announcement is the anthology stuff. So you're gonna see some, again, probably some different timing on streams. So maybe some extra streams for some of the collaborative stuff and featuring folks, some different formats. So that's going to be really exciting. You may see some test streams popping up as well as I figure out how to do the things that I want to do. Aside from that, Core Toons format change marches on. We've got some fun stuff that's going on there. Frank has very kindly shared our social media. We're pretty much just Wagworks GA everywhere. We don't really exist on X. I mean, we did. I think we still have an account there, maybe, but we haven't posted there in like a year or more. So, really, just find us on Instagram, YouTube, Twitch. Gosh, what else? Yeah, I'll be back. Frank got the schedule as well, so. Frank is just doing the announcements for me, so thank you. I really appreciate that. I could just kick my feet up, honestly. But yeah, I'll be back next Thursday for sure, 10 p.m. Eastern time. That is my time, and I will try to give advance notice of any alternate times or additional streams that I'm doing, which you would find on my Instagram. Yeah, I think that's everything. So. With that, it is that time of night. Frank, it is always a pleasure. Thanks for joining. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, if I wanted to do something, start the art off or just play around on Magma with you, would I just Discord? Is that the best place to reach you? I'm assuming maybe. Yes, sir. All right. So yeah, if I have a chance to look into that, I will reach out to you there. Otherwise, that's it, guys. Yeah, I hope y'all have had a good time. Thanks anyone who's been watching this, whether you were here live or whether you've been watching the VOD on Twitch or the YouTube video. I appreciate your support. Make sure to drop a like, follow, or subscribe, whatever is appropriate for where you're watching it, or just leave a comment. Let me know what you thought. But yeah, I will be back next time. Frank, yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Have a good night. Have a good week. I'll see you next time. Bye, guys.